What's this? Another Mom Fights video? Yeah, I know, it's been a while. But anywho, hopefully you guys have been good. Sorry for the long absence again. I don't know why I say sorry for these at this point because it's just the run of the mill. You guys should be used to it, unfortunately. This video, what we're gonna be talking about today is content burnout, creator burnout, really. Because I could say I have art block, which I do. I could say I have a content block as far as videos and streaming. Well, I do. So we're gonna coin it creator block for the sake of it. And the drawing on screen today is something, so I'll get into more in the video, but I have currently ceased any of my Ko-Fi work. And if you don't know what Ko-Fi is, it's essentially Patreon, but I guess beginner friendly. But yeah, this was a Ko-Fi reward for one of my members. I've delayed this for like a month and a half, and I apologize to them. I love them very much and I appreciate them. But yeah, I finally got the urge to draw something finally, and I figured at the same time I also have an urge to make a video. But yeah, let's get into the video and explain what the heck is creator burnout. So first of all, what's been going on with me? I think that's kind of the first thing to start off with. First of all, work has been very busy. So that's probably one of the bigger crutches aiding in my creator block. But that's most people, so I don't think that's as revolutionary to say. But the second pillar of my creator block is my expectations. I think as someone who has always wanted to be a online creator since they were a kid, since they first discovered the internet really, and seeing a lot of artists like posting speed paints or vlogs or whatever, and it being their career, I think I thought that the amount of time that I did put into it was enough, but I'm realizing that it's a lot more involved than that, and unfortunately we have a full-time job as your primary source of income, and you can't just leave it. It is hard to commit a lot of time to this, and unfortunately there's not much I can do about that. And I know a lot of you guys have felt this too, because let's face it, who doesn't want to make money online and be able to work from home essentially? So I'm not special, but I'm just sharing my experience and what it has led me to currently. And like I mentioned at the beginning, the reason why I say it's creator block is because I have two forms of block right now. Art block, which I will explain, most of us artists know. It's basically some type of mental roadblock that stops us from wanting to create for whatever reason. It's not that we hate doing it, it's just because of life most likely, or depression or whatever feelings you have. You just don't have the energy to draw something. Because as fun as drawing is, it is mentally not taxing, but it takes a lot out of you sometimes because you're trying to think of things to draw, and as you're going you're thinking constantly of what it's going to be at the end and this, that, and the third, techniques and stuff. And so for me, drawing is my passion and I'll never stop drawing, but lately it's been very hard for me to pick up my pen and actually do something. On top of that, to connect to that, I used to only, or rather exclusively, draw on stream. It was a way to carve out a time to do it because prior to that, I really didn't draw outside of stream. I don't draw, in my free time when I'm off of work, after work, stuff like that. So it was kind of a way to merge two things that I'm trying to do anyway, and it made sense to me. So I would draw while I stream, and bam, I was able to draw often because I was streaming, but also I was streaming as well. But since I have no desire to stream at the moment either, which is a creator block of things, I'm not drawing, which sucks because, I should be able to draw outside of getting on the internet and streaming to people. I'm still trying to work through that, but it is what it is. But the main crutch of this, which I think a lot of us will get, is the expectation. When you get on the internet, when you post yourself online, whether it be like on Twitter, on TikTok, whatever, YouTube, what people do these days, you have a expectation mentally. Like, yes, of course, we all know you're not going to blow up overnight, that kind of thing. You have to be consistent, and we all know the golden rules of posting online. But at the same time, even if we do all the right things, quote unquote, it won't yield the results that you want. And it's kind of unfortunate because you want to juggle like, oh, I'm doing this for fun, and it is fun, but you also want results. You do want to be somewhat like have good numbers and stuff and have people like comment on your stuff because at least for artists, but anybody who creates any type of content, you're posting it to get people to look at it. Like, as much as we can all be like, you know, I don't care about low views, or I don't care about, we care about it enough to post it, right? If we didn't care about that at all, I don't think we would ever post it. Might be controversial, I don't know, but we have to care about numbers a little bit. And we all can agree that it would be very cool to have a following behind you. And I guess for me, like, seeing artists like, I don't think I'm gonna say her name right, but Narami, she's very popular, very, very popular artist. You know, I find, like, I wish I was like that. Not necessarily blowing up on the things she does, because she does very, like, meme kind of posts, or like life posts, like things that are very relatable, which is why she blew up, besides Arcel being adorable. I think all of us want to aspire to be her, but unfortunately, the way the internet works and algorithms and whatever, if you don't do just the right things that people can relate to, you really don't blow up, which is annoying, because not everybody wants to post memes or to be a more lifestyle type artist, stuff like that. Like, sometimes you just want to push your OCs and call it a day. But people don't care about your OCs, which is fine. That's nothing against anybody, but like, people don't care. They want to see popular franchises. They want to see things that they know already and be like, oh, this looks really sick. Or if it is quote unquote your OCs, you're doing like animations or using popular songs. You know, there's a lot of stuff behind posting and taking advantage of short form content, but also doing long form content. There's so much that burns me out so much. Like, I just want to post stuff and it just works. There's no fluff about it. There's no so much planning that I'm like, I feel like I'm dying. I just want to make stuff, post it, and it does well. That's all I want to do. But sometimes, heck, all the time, it feels like I am running my head into a wall and getting nothing. And by that I mean, you know, putting a lot of time into trying to post YouTube content, trying to stream, trying to be an artist, trying to be a part-time artist with my Ko-Fi. You know, it's all very exhausting, and it only would really work if I was not working a full-time job. If I just had a limited time to really grind at this stuff, like, and there's no burden of my bills or anything, and I was making money somehow, this would be a lot easier for me, and I probably would be making this video. Oh, that might not be true though, I don't know. I know people who do this full-time still get burnt out even then, because of course they are. If anything, they would be getting it worse than me. But yeah, like, it's I'm grateful for anything I do get, of course. I just want to make that very clear. I feel like anytime anyone makes these type of videos, it can come off as ungrateful, you don't care about your community. That's not true. Not for me anyway. It's just one of the many woes that people don't talk about though. Like, you have to keep a smile on your face and just keep pushing, which is true. But sometimes the smile will fade because it's just hard to keep it up, and you burn out and you're sitting here like, cool, I just don't want to do any of it anymore. All this to say, I'm not gonna quit anything. I'm currently on a hiatus from streaming, for the sake of my mental. I will be back to it. I think when I plan on moving out, which is in a couple months, I'm going to then reboot all that stuff. But right now I'm just taking a mental break from it, because currently it's just not, I don't feel motivated to anything. As far as art goes, I'm not doing much of it, but I'm trying to get it together to where I'm drawing more regularly and like falling in love with art again. Not that I hated it before, but I just need a better relationship with it, I think. And as far as YouTube videos, I'm posting this one because I had a whim to, but I would like to post videos too. Like, I don't know what I want to do, if that makes sense. I'm not making money from this really, so it's a hobby. I just don't know how to decide the hobby well to mesh with my time, because when I'm not working, like, I do want to relax and not feel like I have to do anything or that I'm obligated to do it, such as streaming. Not that I didn't enjoy streaming, but because of my expectations of what I thought I was going to get into, which was, I'm gonna, you know, gain watchers or viewers rather naturally, I'm gonna gain views on YouTube naturally, stuff like that. That didn't happen. You know, seeing others succeed when I am not, bogs me down a lot, and I know we're not supposed to compare to others, and that's something that I've always done, and unfortunately it is damaging. And so that gets my expectations also like very skewed. And I ask questions to myself like, why am I not growing like my peers or my friends or whoever they are? Is it because of my art? No, because art's subjective. Is it because of myself? I don't know. Again, subjective if you like a person or not. But it gets me into like a deep spiral of just self, not really hatred, but self-loathing, I guess. I don't know. It's not great. So I'm trying to avoid that. But I don't know how to really get out the funk at the moment. I'm just enjoying my time, not feeling like I have to stream, playing video games, just vibing out with my boyfriend, stuff like that. Yeah, I miss it. That's the annoying part, is like I love to create. I still hope and pray one day that I will be a part-time artist where, you know, I can just make more income and like just enjoy the things that I do even more because people love it and want to support me financially as well as just supporting me in general. How will that manifest? I don't know. Will it manifest? I also don't know. I would hope so. I'm gonna be again grateful for what I have currently. You know, there's things that I want to do when it comes to VTube. I don't know. I'm just a mess. I'll be honest. But there's things I want to do, but I'm not sure about. You know, as always, I'm a little bit indecisive. I'm trying to go with whatever my heart takes me, which is interesting. So I don't know. We'll have to see where it goes. But yeah, creative block is a bitch. I think a lot of us deal with it, but a lot of us don't speak about it. And a lot of people try to push through it regardless, which is risky, because you could get yourself out of it, yes, but also you might run yourself ragged where your viewers start to notice, your community, whoever, and it starts to become a bit of a vicious cycle, I guess. Like the feeling you need to create and push through the bad times instead of actually taking a break as you deserve. Everyone deserves a break from whatever is ailing them, basically. And that's why I decided to take a break. Is it my first break? No. I have like I said, unhealthy relationship with certain things, and because of that, you know, I do have some impulsive things, and I do take breaks because I got myself in a twist, basically. But expectations is the biggest thing, I think, that I don't really know how to work through. I could say, oh, it's not fair that I don't have viewers on Twitch. It's not fair that my YouTube's not doing well, or well to me. It's not fair that I don't have like a bunch of followers on Twitter. I could go down that. I do that enough in my own head, but I don't think it's not fair is a fair thing to say. I don't really know the word to use, but I do think and wish that a lot of artists got more recognition than they did, and why only certain ones blow up and then they just kind of take it all, if that makes sense. Not at their own, like they're not taking it like on purpose. I'm not trying to push that narrative that big artists don't help little artists, or they're hogging up everybody. That's not the case. It's more so the viewers, they tend to stick with who they know and don't really venture off too much, which is fair. I get that. I do the same thing. But trying to navigate the internet and like getting things together to be presentable and be appealing to everybody is so difficult because not everybody's gonna like you. You'll never appeal to everyone, which is a bummer to say, but it's true. Of course, you should be creating for yourself first and foremost anyway. But of course, the way the internet is, like I said at the beginning, we do like the numbers. We do want to see them higher than usual. We like a little boost of serotonin and ego when someone's commenting on your art or your video or liking you, whatever, right? Whatever terminology it is. And then the financial side of things, for some people they don't care, but for some people it would be nice. Like I think it's flattering still if people want to spend money on your work in whatever form it may be, whether it be subscribing to your Ko-Fi or subscribing to your Twitch channel if you're an artist, or joining your channel memberships on YouTube. You know, there's all that stuff is flattering at the end of the day, and you take pride in that. Not to say that your art is worse or better if someone's paying for it or not, because that's not the case ever. But you know, I think we all have a little bit of an ego and we want to keep improving, but also, you know, yeah, who doesn't want an internet presence, you know? I think it'd be proud to say, yeah, I am, like in my bio on Twitter, be like, full-time artist. Like, I think there's a privilege to be able to do that. And be proud if you are that type of person. Be proud that you are able to do that. If you're a full-time streamer, be proud that you're able to do that. Or if you're a full-time content creator in general, like, be proud that you could do that. That means you had the perfect concoction of things to work out for you, and you did all the right things, and you worked your ass off to get there. And that's great, honestly. I just think for the rest of us, we need a little boost of something. I don't know. We need like I don't know what it would be, but it's just one of those things that we will continue to work at, and maybe end up with nothing, or end up with something, or meet somewhere in the middle where it's like, we improved. We're not necessarily where we want to be, but there's something. I don't know. But yeah, I've just been yapping. But I want to make more videos, but your girl's burnt out, so we'll see. But I'm glad you guys are here to watch me regardless of how I feel. I always appreciate seeing the likes and the comments on my videos. It means that someone's watching, and I'm not just sending it into a void. I never know what type of format to do with these videos. I'm always experimenting and being inspired by people bigger than me. I don't know. As you can see, this video was recorded of me drawing physically on my iPad. Why? Because I think it's charming. I wanted to try it. I was inspired by other artists, you know. Is it perfect? No. But here we are. We produced something. And I think that's half the battle anyway, is producing anything. And then just trying to make a habit of it, which is difficult. As I'm trying to do with my health journey. Fun. But anyway, I will leave the rest of the video. There's probably 3 more minutes left of drawing. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll post a video when I post a video. If you have any suggestions for me in my plight, or something that's helped you get through this kind of funk, let me know. And if you are a content creator who is also a full-time 9-to-5er, what do you do to juggle both of them and keep the motivation up for your content side? But yeah, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you again another time. Mwah. Bye guys.